Hello, in this video I'm going to look at this, the Kings of War Games Edition. Okay, let's go. So I've been playing Kings of War now since the initial beta test came out, I think 2009, 2010. This is the third edition now. I've only managed to play a few games of this because of the pandemic, sadly. But in this video I'm just going to go over the actual book itself, the layout, what you get in the book. I'm going to do a second part video which will go over the game rules and my review of them. So with that, let's dive in. So we see now we've got some nice artwork from Mantic. The artwork that they can do in their productions has come on vastly from their first edition. Also, what's nice to see, I've noticed straight away, is that because they've got a more fleshed out model range, they're using their own models in the photographs. Whereas before, they used to have a selection from various manufacturers, like Fireforge Games, North Star, and that sort of thing. But now it's their own miniature, which is really nice to see. So yeah, this is nice. It shows you what you need to start playing the game. The layout is done in a very user-friendly way. If you're new to wargaming, you cannot go wrong with this. It tells you pretty much what's what. It's exhaustive without being overbearing. I mean, it's even telling you how you can do various options for mounting your miniatures individually, which I favour, or multi-basing, or scenic basing, or combination of the two. So that's really nice. The layout of the rules is nice because they've done these sort of diagrams rather, showing you the scenarios that you can encounter. So if any queries you may have, you can look at this and that gives you an idea of what is going on there. Again, more of their photographs, really nice to see. So the layout as well, from reading the rules, I've not seen any spelling mistakes or typos, which is really nice. So yeah, it goes into a lot of detail, but with a, I won't say ranking file, Tim, or blocking flank game, that's quite hard to have all these sort of details of how units move and whatnot. So we've got rules for terrain. So the rules themselves, I think, cover, if I can find, here we are. So this is the end of the rules now. So it's onto the army lists. So that is 59 pages in total. But that also gives you rules for 12 scenarios, rules for timed games. It gives you rules for, I can find it now, all the magic spells in the game, all the magic items, or magic artifacts as they call them. There's quite a few, and it's nice that each one now has got their own piece of artwork that accompanies the magic item. I do like that. And then it gives you themed lists, allies, smaller games, army composition, so it tells you how to build your force. It's not too complex how to build your force. They've added a few things in, but again, I'll go over that in the later review. Then they've got all the special rules. They've added quite a few more, I do believe. I think before it used to be like two pages. Now we're looking at about three and a bit pages. So yeah, again, they can afford now to have their own miniatures shown because they've got more of their own miniatures. I do like this miniature. That's quite a nice one. So yeah, that's the game rules there. Nothing too complex, and it covers, like I say, 59 pages. Then it's onto the army lists. There are, I think, 14 armies that's shown. At first, I didn't like this new layout they've done, where they have the 4 stats, like your speed, your melee attack, your range attack, and your defense in circles, and then the rest in lines. I found it a bit, I don't know, disjointed, but it's grown on me. I think it's nice because these 4 stats don't change, whereas these ones do change depending on the unit size. So it's a nice quick reference there to see. Because this is the games edition, it doesn't have accompanying artwork or descriptions of what the units are. I imagine in the full rule book, which is like 300 pages, has all the background and whatnot, that will have that as well. This is just pretty much for people who just want to play the game and don't really care about the background, that's myself really. So again, I do like how they've done with each new army, a bit of artwork there to show you, give an idea of what they're like. Even though they've skimped on the artwork here, they've gone a bit initial there. So yeah, layout is really nice. I've not seen any errors, again, even in this section here, which is really, really good thing. I think that's it. And at the back, just more artwork and more of the pictures there. This is a nice scenario here. And then we have undead. So yeah, this undead, orcs. Then we have night stalkers. Then we have goblins. And then we have forces of the abyss. What factions do we have? Oh, Empire of Dust. These were initially in Uncharted Empires, but now they've moved into the main rulebook because they've got their own miniature range now from Mantic. Whereas before they were a stand-in for Tomb Kings. So that's nice in there. They have basically omitted rather, the factions that they don't do miniatures for in the main rulebook. They're in the accompanying book, Uncharted Empires, which I have around somewhere, and I'll do a video on that as well. So all these models in here are ones that they have miniatures for. All the armies in here are ones they have miniatures for. Abyssal Dwarfs, basically Chaos Dwarfs, Trident Realms of Nertica, basically sea folk and whatnot, fishmen, ogres, and then they have Forces of Nature. Do like that bit of artwork there. Northern Alliance. This is the new one they brought out with their 3rd edition. They're kind of like humans, elves, dwarfs, and Nerdica, I think they're called, or the sea folk, where they're called Naiads, sorry, and they all live in the north, in snow trolls, obviously. And then they've got elves, and then we have dwarfs, and then Basilians. Who's, again, I think Basilians came out in the 2nd edition, so they have started doing their own human factions now. Okay, so that's been a review of the book for Kings of War 3rd edition. This is the Games edition of the book. Next video in this series, I'll go over the actual rules and my review of them. Okay, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a comment below. And as always, I'll catch you later.